area. Let me go into that radar site right there. I think is the one I want, or is it this one? No, I want this one. Meets that one here. I guess the biggest one is same as this right here. Let's stay in that site right there. So a few problems there in the Washington D.C. area starting to come into play. Isn't there always problems in Washington D.C., y'all? Isn't there always? Yeah, always is. Always is. And let me look at this real quick. I did sell my silver last week, y'all. I made quite a bit of money off of silver. I hit it toward the bottom and bought it and sold it here at the top and did very, very well in the trade of silver. I currently own a Bitcoin ETF stock. For those of you who want to look at that, maybe I don't know. I'm getting off trade here a little bit, but I'm looking at, it's called CoinShares Bitcoin Mining ETF. Bitcoin's down right now. Now's a good time to look at maybe something like that for y'all that want to maybe help your income come in. I make a lot of money trading in the stock market. That helps support a lot of things. So I can't divulge yet because I'm not a broker or
Severe
anything,
thunderstorm
so
warning for Lafayette County in Big Bend, Florida, Dixie County in Big Bend, Florida, southeastern Taylor County in Big Bend, Florida,
sure,
until 01:30 p.m. EDT.
Amen to that. Yes, yes. Uh, I'm not just talking about a president. I'm talking about the entire Congress right now. Golly gee, those guys are just. Congress was never put in place for lifetime appointees. It wasn't. It was put in place for farmers, hardworking people, to represent their part of the world, or in the United States for. It was not meant for lawyers to get in there and squabble over things. It was meant to get things done for the people, and it's just not working. It's just not working the way our founding fathers meant for it to be. It just isn't doing it. All right, let me show you now what is going to happen down the road here, okay? First of all, for the remainder of the afternoon, the chances of tornadic activity is up there in the Virginia and in the Maryland area, and a little bit up there in the Pennsylvania, as you can see. Quite a bit of updrafts now down here in Florida, guys. Just heads up. Florida, there's going to be a chance when this frontal boundary comes through, say from Tallahassee into Tampa Bay region, north of Tampa Bay, in that area right there. That would include the greater Orlando area, Jacksonville. There is going to be a chance of a tornado or two in this sector here this afternoon. I believe that chances are there for this. Oh, come on. Stop it with this stuff. So there's South Florida here. Let me put state of Florida up. There we go. You can see those updrafts. Guys, they're there. They're there. And even down here in South Florida, they are there, guys. This takes us through 5 a.m. tonight. And if I stop it right there, that's through 1 o'clock in the morning. So between now and 1 a.m., the entire state of Florida here, basically.
Severe thunderstorm warning for West Central Charles County in southern Maryland,
severe weather.
Stafford County in northern Virginia, eastern Orange County in central Virginia, the northwestern city of Fredericksburg in central Virginia, southeastern Fauquier County in northern Virginia, southeastern Culpeper County in northern Virginia, northwestern Spotsylvania County in central Virginia, until 01:15 p.m. EDT.
That is I never really thought of it that way, but that's truly 100% what it is. It truly is 100% what it is. Okay, now let me show you what the models are doing here. What I'm going to put up here is the European model. Now, we now, you guys are smart enough to understand now, if we don't have lightning, we don't have severe weather, right? So there's a lightning for today. Obviously, see there, it's going through Florida. Goes all the way through South Florida, as you can see that lightning band. And then what happens after that? When's the next major lightning line, of contention that we're going to be dealing with? When is it going to take place? Well, now we're out to March 18th, nothing. So the next 2 days, nothing. We're out to March 19th, we still don't have anything. I mean, that's a good sign, right? I mean, no lightning across anywhere in the United States. March 21st, there is nothing out there. Now we're getting a little bit of lightning air showing up around the 22nd, but nothing really organized, right? A little bit of, maybe a little bit right in there, say in the Kentucky area around March 23rd time frame, but it doesn't appear anything grave or of any consequences. Maybe a short trough right there, a short waves, maybe area low pressure that trying to develop in the area, causing a little bit of problem.
Tornado warning for southwestern Perquimans County in northeastern North Carolina, southeastern Chowan County in northeastern North Carolina. Until 01:15 p.m.
Right, now that right there, that's kind of the first sign of a kind of organized storm system right there, doesn't it? That's on March 26th. What happens after that date?
Tornado warning for southwestern Perquimans County in northeastern North Carolina, southeastern Chowan County in northeastern North Carolina.
North Carolina, there it is, right there. There's your tornado warning right here. This is heading toward Elizabeth City area. Elizabeth City. Hertford area. Edenton is right here. Again, it's moving toward the general direction of Elizabeth City, Camden area of North Carolina. Hertford, Windfall is right here. Edenton is right here, right where the circulation is near Edenton right now. All right, let's go back to this now. So now we're setting on March 28th. So might have a little bit of organization right there on the 26th, but it doesn't appear anything of major consequences right now. And so where's the next one at? Y'all, I don't really see one. Look at that. We don't have one. This is the end of the run. That's starting all over again. That's from yesterday. So right now, guys, there's nothing out there that really I see that takes us all the way out to March 30th. Not much in the organization of severe weather all the way through March 30th right now on the European model. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but right now there is nothing out there. If I'm going backwards in time here, there's a little bit maybe right in there, say around March 30 time frame again, but it doesn't. I think the first major chance we have is right there, and that's on March 26th. So I'm gonna say right now March 26th. You can write that down. Through the Ohio Valley region of Indiana and Ohio, there is a chance of getting some pretty nasty weather there in that time frame. And again, that's March 26th timeline is what time that is, date-wise. That's really the next major area of concern. There is nothing back here in Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Louisiana. There's nothing there at all of concern that shows me that you guys are going to get some violent lightning or anything here. So that's a good thing. TSC birthday and my birthday are the same day. When is our birthday? When is our birthday? You all know when our birthdays are? When is our birthday? Who could tell me when the TSC birthday is? Looks like James already knows. And my birthday are the same day. So James, what date is your birthday, James? Tell everybody when your birthday is, James. March the 20th. So James is going to be 70 years old on March the 20th. No. James is not going to be 70 years old. No. That's more like Tim. There's that circulation there here in North Carolina. I believe 16. Yeah, you are fibbing so much right now. It's crazy. I did bring me another bottle of water in. Finish this one off here since I got just a little bit left. Watching this area right here that has a rotation in it. This is in North Carolina. In Chowan, and boy, oh boy, how in the world would you pronounce that one? Perkins, maybe that's how you pronounce that county. Chowan and Perkins counties in North Carolina. No doubt that's Indian names, tribal names. Chowan and Perkins counties. James says he'll be 58. How old will our Facebook page be, James? Tell everybody how old the Facebook page on that date will be. March 20th is our first day. Oh, we got another tornado warning, maybe. Sounds like it's what it is. It's got a specific tone to it. Listen to that, y'all. Tropical Storm Central's page will be 16 years old. My gosh, 16 years old. I can get my driver's license now. Yeah, this is an old page. It's been around for quite a long time, and I'm proud of it. I tell you what, we do the right things on this page every day. I've never regretted a single day that I've on this page. Nothing I've ever said or done. No regrets at all. All right, when this tornado threat right here is gone, again, I'm going to leave this up here in this area right here. Okay, running. And I may even put this in motion here, I think. Yeah, I think I'll put this in motion. Notice how things are starting to erupt down here in Florida here. You see that? Look how this line of thunderstorm activity is coming in play here. Here comes some nasty. Tiffany Sisk lives right here. I took Tiffany to a Buccaneers football game. If you live in Florida and you want to go to a football game, 2 or 3 of you, maybe you got a child, husband, wife, you might want to go. Let me know, y'all. Let me know. I'll try to make it happen. I do have 6 season tickets myself. 6. And so I can make sure that 3 of them will be available for your family. And maybe you have a little boy or a little girl that's never been, and you want to treat them to something. Well, there you go. And it'll be on me. Not you. You won't pay a single cent. I promise you.
Severe thunderstorm warning for West Central Camden County in southeastern Georgia, Central Brantley County in southeastern Georgia, East Central Ware County in southeastern Georgia, Northern Charlton County in southeastern Georgia. Until 01:30 p.m. EDT.
Updated about a half hour ago. Says multiple rounds of severe storms through this evening will yield potential for scattered to widespread damaging winds and a few strong tornadoes from the Carolinas into the mid-Atlantic states. Doesn't say nothing down here about Florida, does it? Tornado threat is very minimal down here in Florida, but it does exist. And the highest tornado threat is right along the Atlantic seaboard there. That's where it's at. Hail threat is basically the entire same areas, including Florida and down the Florida East Coast, as you can see. Tornado threat, again, level is down the Florida East Coast, all the way over to Tampa Bay, through the Randall area, and northward all the way up to upstate New York and getting up there in the Northeast, as you can see. So large area for tornadic activity, right? And the intensity level is a 1. Okay, intensity level of 1. Now, what does that mean? Intensity level of 1. We looked that up earlier. I'll show you all again on this. So intensity level of 1. You come down here. So intensity level of 1 for tornadic activity now we're talking about. Intensity level 1 is EF2 tornadoes. Intensity level of 2, okay, is EF3 tornadoes. Intensity level of 3 are EF4 tornadoes. God forbid. So that's the intensity level for tornadic activity or overall conditional intensity. Then you come down here, okay, and we have those intensity levels down here as well. Now they call them the CIG 1, 2, 3, okay, is what they have listed as. So if you look at wind, a CIG of wind simply means that you got a 74% chance of getting a high winds of 50 to 55 miles an hour. 74% chance. And you only have less than 1% probability of getting 83 knot winds. Then you go over to CIG1. You jump up to 1% probability of giving 83 mile per hour winds, and you jump. It's at say from 50 to 55. You're at 55% probability of getting those winds. And you come over to CIG2. The biggest difference is the 83 knots plus winds have grown to 2% probability. And you come over here to the CIG3, the 83 knot winds is up to a 4% probability of getting that. 7% probability from 74 to 82 knots, and a 23% probability from 65 to 73 knots, and a 50 to 55% probability, or 50 to 55 knot probability of getting storms at 33%. So that's how that all works, y'all. That's a general breakdown. So what does all this mean? Well, if you look at the layout way they've done it right here, that all equals 100% in each style. So what they do, they break down as to what's the wind speed probability going to be. I love this because this is statistical and measures is what it is. It just means what's the statistical probability of getting a storm, okay, from 65 to 73 knots. Well, under the CIG3, it's 17%. On the CIG1 over here, it's at 10%. So it jumps up right there on the 65 to 73 knots. It jumps from 10% to 17%. On the 56 to 64 knots, it's at 31%, and it's at 33% over here. So just a tiny bit difference. So the biggest jump is what? In the winds from 65 to 73 knots, there's a larger jump there from CIG1 to CIG2. All right, so that's how that all works. The higher the intensity level, the greater the probability for tornadic activity, and the higher the CIG level, the higher probability of stronger winds is what it comes down to. That's basically what they've done. Is it good? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So in this case here, tornadic activity of 1. Again, what did all that mean from up here again? If I go up here to tornado activity of 1, that means it's reasonable that the maximum intensity level of the tornadic activity will probably be an EF2. That's probably the maximum. So that's what that intensity level of 1 means. Okay. And the CIG1, a smaller chance of really strong winds. CIG2 is a higher chance of stronger winds, and the CIG3 is even a higher chance of stronger winds. That's basic definitions of the CIGs 1, 2, and 3, and the intensity levels of 1, 2, and 3 as well. That's need to clear that up so you guys understand, because it is a little confusing. And if you look down here too, and this is pretty cool to watch, thunderstorm activity in the country, we have thunderstorm activity from 350 to 355 days per year on average for just thunderstorm activity. Marginal risk, it drops down to 270 to 280. Slight risk, it goes to around 200 days per year. Enhanced risk drops down tremendously. We only have 80 to 85 days per year where we have an enhanced risk of damaging winds and hail and tornadic activity. Moderate, 4, red. It's only 14 days per year do we ever go to categorical 4 level or red. Then number 5, the magenta color. There's only 2 or 3 days per year we ever get a categorical 5, or in this case, a 2 to 3 days per year is all it is. Not even 5 days a year. It's only 2 to 3 days a year where we get to category 5. So then we never want to see category 5. If we see that, we know we're in bad trouble. So just understand what they're all saying there. It's pretty, I think it breaks down fairly simple now. So here's the SPC update. Categorical wise, we have categorical 2 all the way down here to Tampa Bay, Are we going to have severe weather today in Tampa? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. There's my daughter text messaging me right now. She's probably wondering what's going on. Tiffany says, this time last year was in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. She says, we were a year early for a snowy Gatlinburg spring break. Yep, that's very, very true, Tiff. If we'd been in Gatlinburg this year, we'd probably be having snow. Let's look at that real quickly here and see if she's right. Are they going to get snow there? Or is it snowing happening? I don't see snow yet. Let me put up here though. Precipitation deception. No snow coming in there yet, but it probably will be. Probably will be. There's Cereaville, Pigeon Forge is right here in Gatlinburg. No snow happening there right now, Tiff. But it's coming. It's coming. You can see it coming. What's the snowfall forecast there? Well, let's look at it real quick. It'll take me a second to look at that. Look at the European model here. Let's put up snow. Look at the snow coming in there. 5 inches. About 5 inches of snow in there. There you go. Somewhere around that 5-inch range there is how much snow is going to be falling in that area there where we were at last year at the same time. And we got a little snow there last year too, but nothing like what they're going to get right now. There's a lot more coming in. All right, y'all. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave the radar up and running. Okay. And I gotta relax a little bit. I'm gonna watch radar myself on my phone. Let's go to this. Zoom in there, and let's zoom out. And I'm gonna change thing to reflectivity form. And I'm gonna scoot this over just a little bit. And I'm going to leave it right there, and that's general setup here. Leave it right here. There is, and I repeat, there
severe
is
thunderstorm warning for
out here
Jones County in eastern North Carolina, northern Onslow County in eastern North Carolina, southeastern Dublin County in eastern North Carolina.
Could have water
until 2
spouts
p.m. EDT.
It does appear to me that there are some water spouts in this mess right through here. It does look like there's some water spouts. Go eat, James. I just had some yogurt and I had a turkey breast. That's what I had. Some yogurt and turkey breast. And did you know my daughter said I can eat bread, but it has to be a certain type of bread. It has to be, let's see, what kind was it? It was a bread that only has 3 ingredients in it. That's all it has in it. Just 3. And there's specific ingredients that had to have in it. So my wife found some, got me some. So I do have my bread. So I ate a turkey sandwich on bread with some mustard, and I ate yogurt. That was my lunch. Yep, that was my lunch, y'all. So I'm going to step away from the computer here. Shut the mic down, and I'll be getting any kind of updates I see coming through my phone. I'll be able to do anything through the messenger boards to help James out with that too. James, go eat, man. Go eat. I will do the messenger boards while you're doing that, while you're eating. I'll take over that for right now. So go eat, brother. All right, y'all. I'll be back. Be careful out there. Have a good day.